Is it permissible to have credit cards in Islam? According to the vast majority of scholars and a number of international fiqh councils, they're not permissible. There are two opinions on the matter, as pretty much on everything. And a small minority of scholars said they are permissible. They argued that the main reason why they're considered to be impermissible, the imposed condition of having to pay interest if you do not pay on time, they said this is a condition which you can ignore because it means nothing, and if you are going to be able to protect yourself from it, set up a bank account, set up some ways of making sure that it never actually happens, and you know what, we don't believe in it anyway, who cares what they say, then it's a false condition which doesn't mean anything. That's what they argued basically, and they said as long as you make all the precautions then it's okay. The truth is that in the presence of such a condition and you accepting it, you are basically saying that I will do haram if XYZ happens, and that's a real problem. Take away interest, and let's just put the example of, I don't know, zina. I will go and commit zina if what? I will go and drink alcohol if. Would you ever imagine ever saying something like that? You'd have a heart attack even thinking about that kind of concept. So why is it okay for us to say I will pay interest when it is a major sin? Yeah, and it's somewhere of the magnitude towards these other sins as well. Why would you consider that to be okay? And so I don't like it. It's not right. And the majority of scholars got it absolutely spot on. It doesn't matter that you're going to be able to get away with it. And folks, credit cards, are we in the 80s? I mean, we've got debit cards now. Why do we even need to do that? We have charge cards that are already prepaid and you're not even going to it's not even possible to fall into interest. We have debit cards which avoid the concept of credit. I hate the concept of credit cards. Yeah, I'm biased if you like. I'm a person who looks at society all the time. The desperation of all of the loans industry, the short loans and the loan sharks. You see all over TV, all over advertising boards in our sporting events and in the streets, whatever. We'll give you a loan, you can buy this, you can have that, the holiday you always wanted, the car that you need, blah, blah, blah. Basically trying to entice you to get things that you can't afford. And you know what? We have to start to learn that if you can't afford something, then maybe that's for good reason. And we should not desire that which we can't afford or try to get which we can't afford by a means that's telling us that you can have the money now, just worry about paying it back later, only to hit you with XYZ interest fees and whatnot. It doesn't matter whether they're charging you 0.05% or 50%. It doesn't matter whether the Christian calls it interest and the Jew calls it usury and the Muslim says it's Ribaa and Fa'idah and all the names that you make up for it. The truth is that we've got to get rid of that attitude, the environment and a culture in our minds that thinks that it's okay to be able to buy something and borrow for it all the time. Debt is not a good thing, not a blessed thing. The Prophet ﷺ, attacked debt in a big way. If you can avoid it, and you should. And a person who dies in a state of debt will have that upon his neck until his or her neck until it's paid off, even when it comes to the akhirah, even if it means not entering Jannah for a person who intentionally tries to avoid paying the debt. So we need to avoid the whole credit card industry and the debt industry and the loans industry if we can. Genuinely, it's a safer opinion, especially with alternatives that are available, such as debit cards today. Hey, thank you for watching, and subscribe so you can continue to get the rest of the videos. I don't know whether somewhere over here, there, whatever, whatnot. It's beautiful, this series of videos, FaithIQ, and we need your support, and that's by watching it, by sharing it, and then by donating towards it so we can continue to make more videos that deal with more of your issues. Jazakumullah khair, wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.